social media, or where's it go?
This is live right now on Facebook, both streaming
Ooh,
on my personal page, and we are streaming on Small Biz Highlight official page.
okay.
So, good evening, everybody. This is Tiffany Roman, your host of Small Biz Highlight. We're starting a little early, so no, you do not have to adjust your clocks or anything of that nature. My host, I mean, my guest just happened to be ready a little early, so I said, "Why the heck not? It's Friday. Get it over with." No. um I am here tonight with Mr. Jason Bias. So thank you for coming, sir, being on the show. I'm really excited to, feature you, especially with because you're a brand new business. You're not just a business trying to, you're just starting out. So that's always very exciting. Couple tidbits, always the same tidbits. If you are watching, please like, share, do whatever you need to do to make people know that you are watching us. If you are watching us on replay, please hashtag replay in the comments. Would love to know who's coming at us to see what we're doing. Um, if you can start out, Jason, I know who you are, and most of my Facebook knows who you are. But even still, could you start out with just giving us a little background on who you are, where you're from, the whole shebang?
Sure. My name is Jason Bias. I'm from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, born and raised here. I have four children, three boys and a girl. Primarily, my background has been in sales and marketing my entire life, from the time I was 18 on up, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy working with people. I love networking with people, and making friends seems to be something that just comes easy to me. I can make a friend instantly with anybody. And having spent many years in the wireless business, at some point I got a little burnout and was looking around, and other opportunities and another business presented itself. And it was a network marketing business. I wasn't 100% sold on the network marketing platform at the time, but I will tell you today, I'm a firm believer in the network marketing platform, and I'm a proud member of Connect, which is a company that provides services both in energy, wireless, and now also home security. So they're going to obviously be expanding more services down the road, but those are the three that they mainly focus on right now. And I've been with them almost 7 years. I'm one of their top income earners. I'm part of the presidential club, and very honored to be part of that group. But here I got a new opportunity, a new business adventure, something my sister and I are working on, and it really came about through this whole COVID thing. To be honest with you,
How
obviously,
so?
what's that?
How so?
Well, with the whole COVID situation and quarantine, and us having been forced in our homes, we had to adjust, and so did the grocery stores. And going to the grocery store just wasn't as easy as it once was. And so I started looking at other options to order food that could be delivered to your home. And I was trying many different companies out there, like Omaha Steaks, for example, and many of them. And there was four companies I tried out, and I was looking for their quality. I was looking for their marketing, their material that they offered, their box, their logos, all that good stuff, because I'm into that stuff. And their packaging material, it was just how professional it was, how good the food tasted, the quality of it, just all around, just kind of dissecting it as a whole. And
Okay.
I was coming to myself like, this is a kind of cool business. And um, the whole idea of delivering food to people, providing that customer service type of feel just came to me like this might be the new way people start to get their food. And you hear
And
about
so
HelloFresh. And,
JB's Meat, Seafood, and Produce was born, huh? Well, so
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yes, it was kind of boring that way. But yeah, it started off just being a customer and just being curious and looking at the options of it, and trying different companies. And you know, one thing that was important to me, and I think it is to many others now, is the quality of stuff we eat, and where's the source of it, where's it coming from. And
Absolutely.
for me, I always prefer to eat local, fresh farm foods, whether it be fruits or vegetables or even meats. I mean, they just taste way better, and you don't have to worry about pesticides or steroids or whatever they put into it to maybe color it to mask it so it can last longer in the display case and so forth. And when you start to learn about this business a little bit, you start understanding like, wow, you are eating stuff that may not be good. It kind of makes you think differently for your purchasing. And so I just think that there's a niche for this business. I think that, people want to support local businesses right now. It's a big
Oh,
push right
absolutely.
now, as you see all around. People are saying support local. And nobody really wants to leave their house that much. So why not package some nice stuff up and bring it to their home, or offer them a place where they can come and pick it up, which we have a location now that we're working out of on Dairy Street. It's called Joe Mama's
That's
Restaurant.
exciting.
And there's a little partnership I'm working out with her where we're going to do like a hamburger event. We're going to do a smoked meats event. We're going to do a seafood event. And we're going to actually do this and see how well it takes off, and possibly add this to a weekly rotation, whether it be a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday type of deal. But she's going to obviously get her produce and meats from me, and we're going to make it and sell it and have some fun with it, and make some people happy along the way. And that's the whole deal of this. We want to bring happiness to everybody.
I have been looking at the pictures you've been posting of some of the
Mm-hmm.
meats you've cooked or
Yeah,
that others have cooked and have, made comments about it. And
sure.
it makes me hungry all the time. It just
Yeah.
always looks so delicious.
Mhm.
So the name, like I said before, was JB's Meat, Seafood, and Produce. So
Yeah.
what so I know you have a Facebook page. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that, as things go along, you're eventually going to have a web page that's going to
Okay.
give
Yeah,
more
it's actually in
details.
design now.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So, why don't you go into some of the specific meats and cuts of meat and whatnot that you're offering so far?
Sure, and I'll be glad to share with you too a little of my story and adventure into the business in the short period
Okay.
of time I've been in it. Because in any business that you're ever in, there's going to be some adversity and some things that are going to come your way that you're not expecting. And for me, it was getting into the meat business and then being hit right away that the meat business was not a stable business, which I kind of knew already, but didn't realize that it hit locally as much as it did nationally, if you know what I mean. Like when I say locally, I mean locally, even with the local butchers and the local farmers. You see, right now it's taking the small butchers and the small farmers to get this huge ball up the hill, so we can finally get back to some normalcy here in the grocery stores and so forth. And in order to sell your beef to consumers, it must be USDA certified. So if it's a butcher butchering something for you and it's you personal buying a quarter cow or a half cow or a whole cow, that's okay. You can do that. But if you start selling it in consumer packagings like 1 pound and 2 pounds worth of hamburgers and so on, it has to
Okay.
be USDA certified. Well, there's a lack of USDA certified butchers, and they are so far behind. So far, my butcher's backed out until September, so I won't even get any more meat until September. Now, I was fortunate to stock up a little bit, and I do have some, but it's not going to last me till September. And here I am with adversity already hitting me in the face, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to fold under and just say, forget it and walk away? Because that's what the devil wants you to do. Or should I say, no, I'm putting up a fight. I got a dream. I got a vision. I know where I'm going with this, and I'm going to keep on marching. And that's what we chose to do. And that's how produce got added to this. It was never intended to be produce, it was intended to be meat and seafood only. And so produce got added because of what happened with the beef industry. Now, eventually, the idea here is to offer a grocery store boutique that you can walk into, and you can get all your meats from beef, chicken, pork, seafood, and then also pick up your fruits and vegetables and dairy products. But if you can't make it, let's say you're elderly, let's say you're not feeling well, let's say you just had surgery or a baby and coming out of the house is just not an option. Or let's say you're a single mom and you got 3 little ones at the house. Well, you don't have to, because you can call us and we will put the package together and deliver it to your home. And that's the customer service that we want to provide. That's where we want to stand out from everyone else. We kind of want to go retro back to the 60s where the milkman hand delivered the milk to your door. But again, it's a farm to table concept. So everything's farm fresh, no steroids, no antibiotics, none of that garbage that we fear is in our food every day. But there's another added twist to this. We want to bring a restaurant added to this where it could also be farm to fork. And you can choose to eat it there or choose to take it home, or you can choose to buy the stuff and take it home and cook it. So farm to table, farm to fork, all in one location, a grocery store boutique with a restaurant, and it's going to be neat. We're gonna offer a lot of good food and make a lot of people happy. And again, that's what this whole thing's about.
That sounds like a place that, like, what's that show? Diners, drive-ins, and dives would end up going to. That just sounds like the type of place they would like to visit. So I'm just putting that out into the universe. It's going to happen for you one day.
Right, and hopefully they come. That would be pretty cool, right?
No, but I love this. I've only been doing this for episode 9, so obviously not very long. But I love interviewing small businesses. I got really touched by this whole COVID thing. How I couldn't help support everybody because I didn't have the money to just dish out to help support everybody I could with their small businesses. But this is my way of giving back to them, helping them get their names out a little bit more. Maybe their neighbors never knew exactly what they were into, and thanks to my video, they maybe have a better idea. And I made a comment on one of my videos that I joked about it, but you just brought it to like reality that it's gonna end up going back to where we're reliant on small mom and pop shops versus the big store names where you're going to go buy your groceries and stuff from the corner store versus going to Giant or whatever because you want to support local. And and you saying that you want to revert back to kind of the mindset from like the milkman days. I think you said on Facebook one time. That's exactly what I was talking about. I don't think there's anything wrong with us as a community going back to that because I feel like there was more camaraderie that way. There was more people knew everybody that way. Now I just feel like nobody really knows anyone anymore, and that's why we're so just not cohesive as we could be. Does that make sense?
It does. And I'm one of those people. I would rather spend a little bit more money with someone else that I know, that I trust, that I like, that I can support locally than some big corporation that I don't know who the owner is and I don't know where the funds are going. Not to say I don't eat at those places. I love Crackle Barrel. I love Chick-fil-A. I love Popeyes. And, I go and support those places, but I also support local businesses as much and as often as I can. It's all about the relationship, That's what it's really about. It's about building a relationship with that person and, supporting one another. Support. If they're in your community, why are you not supporting them? You want them to stay in your community.
Yes.
I have pride in my community. I want my community to have restaurants and businesses around me that are succeeding, and it might not be something I could use, but it could be something a friend could use. And I could, hey, you ought to go here and rent your Saul or whatever you're trying to rent to do whatever in your yard,
Sometimes a referral from you to somebody else is even bigger of a compliment to a small business owner than you dishing out money to support them, like because you're helping spread the word, you're helping get their name out there. Word of mouth is such a big deal when it comes to small businesses, and social media kind of, I think, it made us take it for granted a little bit, sort of, but they also made it a lot easier for word of mouth to spread.
Absolutely.
And but it also, made it where people were in their houses all the time rather than getting to know people in their community. So I feel like there's got to be a balance, but I absolutely agree. I'm so excited for you. This just sounds like it's gonna be a lot of work, but it sounds so much fun.
It already is a lot of work, but you know what? It's a lot of fun in the process. And if you're one of those people like myself who actually embraces the process
Oh yeah.
and even know that, as I mentioned, adversity is going to come, of course, there's going to be a day where it's not so much fun, because that wasn't fun for me when I'm thinking, man, I just announced I'm getting into this and boom, I'm hit with this. I can't get these 2 cows I bought until September. Wow. But, you deal with it and you adjust and you work things out. I never stop believing. That's the main thing. And anything you do, just don't ever stop believing. And I never stopped believing. I believed that we were going to come find a way. And here, produce presents itself. And then it had me thinking dairy and eggs and milk. And next thing you know, I'm like, okay, chicken and pork is something I was already thinking about down the road at some point, like another phase of the business.
Yeah.
But not initially. And then here we go with this stuff, and before you know it, we got all these restaurants hitting us up and wanting us to deliver, and so we're delivering all this stuff to these restaurants, and so we got the support of our local community restaurants, we have the support of the local community people, and they're coming and buying stuff. I mean, they're meeting us, and we're dropping it off. I mean, it's just really cool to see all the people that are coming together to support Holly and I's vision of this business. And it's just a really cool thing. It's great to be part of a community of people like that.
Oh, I agree. I think that's amazing. I didn't even know about the other restaurants reaching out to you, because that's just
Yeah, we
exactly
have
what
like
I was
10 of them
talking
right
about
now.
before. Huh?
We have like 10 of them right now. The
Oh
thing
my
is about
goodness.
restaurants is when they need something, they need it now, and they don't have time to be going here and here and here and here to get it. And when
Yes.
they pick up a phone and say, Jason, Holly, can you get me this and that by 12 o'clock or tomorrow or this? We have it there. And it just takes some stress off of them. And that's the whole deal, because, restaurant business is a very stressful business. And if we can provide you produce at the same cost or better price, I know they're going to order from me because I can
Oh
bring it to you. I can deliver it to you.
yeah.
I had that one-on-one relationship with you. And if you don't like something, let's say something didn't turn out right, I'm taking it back. I'm never going to burn a bridge. I'm never going to burden connection of anybody. I'd rather take it back and give you something else or give you your money back, because I'm not going to do that. I'm providing a service to somebody, and I'm going to make sure that service is 100% every single time.
Is the service going to end up kind of being like the Omaha steak thing or something, where you have like certain cuts of meat in a bundle or something, and then you get
Yeah,
it delivered?
absolutely, absolutely. Just like produce bundles right now,
Oh yeah.
there'll be seafood bundles that are going to be available. Actually, seafood's kicking off after 4th of July. Um, I have a little family vacation next week, so it gives me time to kind of just let my mind relax from the last 4 weeks of everything I've been doing and learning, and really just kind of think things out, because I'm a big thinker. I'm one of those people where I need time to go off into my little bubble and just think. I think everyone should have at least a half hour to an hour a day of just thought, whether it be in the car or the shower or wherever you're at. You need time to think. And that's going to give me some time, because I feel like the last 4 weeks, I haven't really had time to really think. It literally, go home, go to sleep, wake up, and you're back doing everything else, hitting everything you got to hit. But this vacation's much needed. But right once we get back, we're excited. We're going to go full force into the seafood. We'll have seafood coming as well as the produce. And then we could possibly have beef on board in small, packagings of some sort. I am trying to work out with another person that I meet tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not getting my hopes up, but there's a possibility that we might have something that might hold us over until September, when things start to stabilize and we get back to that point. But nevertheless, we're going to have fresh produce all summer long. We're going to have some very good seafood. We're going to have some amazing things here at Joe Mama's restaurant: burger events, smoked meat events, seafood events, all kinds of events. We're going to provide you fresh produce every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that you can pick up right here anytime you want. And that's a pretty neat thing. And for all the restaurants out there and folks that want to buy on the wholesale level, let us know. If you have an event coming up, we'll give you wholesale pricing and we'll deliver it. How do you beat that?
I think that part is what's going to blow everybody's mind. We'll give you wholesale pricing and we'll deliver it. They're going to be like,
Yeah,
wait, what? You're
yeah.
going to deliver?
The catch, Tiffany, is the customer service, but when they taste the food, it's over. I have them hooked. They're going to be with me forever. I don't have to worry about them going to Wise Market.
I know on a personal level, I'm going to get with you and Holly at some point because we are big meat eaters at home. We love steak, especially and seafood. I'm more just a shrimp person, but hubby down there, he loves like everything. He'll eat anything. But it would be great to see everything that you're offering and whatnot.
Did you ever hear of cornbread hush puppies?
No.
It's like cornbread, but a hush puppy. We're gonna have that on our seafood menu, and it's gonna paired with like a corn on the cob.
I ate dinner before this.
Mac or collard greens, and then a couple pieces of fish or shrimp, and it's gonna be a whole big platter of it, and it's gonna be pretty cool. Crab legs, so we're gonna salmon, tuna steak, swordfish, roughy, orange roughy, whiting, whatever you want, we're gonna pretty much have and be able to offer, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. A good friend of mine has his culinary degree, and he is a master when it comes down to seafood, like literally a master. And so I'm going to have him in, and he's going to work with me and my friend Jen, and we're going to whip up some awesome stuff and a brand new menu and really get this out here because, you know, seafood is a big thing that a lot of people here in Harrisburg really enjoy. And so we'll do really well with that, I'm sure. And then I got another friend who owns a barbecue business, and he told me he'd come out here and do a smoking event with me. And so maybe September-ish, when the meat gets stable and I get a couple things of brisket and so forth, we're going to throw it on, and I'm going to have customer appreciation day. I'm going to say the first 50 people that get here are going to get a free sandwich because, you know, personally, I'm really about giving back, and I want people to try this food, and I want people to say that's where you want to go because I know that word of mouth is still the best way of advertising.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, I don't think that's ever been more. I've never experienced it firsthand until I started with Connect on how word of mouth gets you out there more. You could talk all day about what you're doing, but if nobody else is talking about what you're doing, nobody's gonna care.
No.
That sounds crude, but you know, in essence, nobody's gonna really care if you're the only one talking about what you're doing. They're gonna want everybody else to talk about it too, you know? That's when it's gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe we should definitely check this out then.
And I'm a firm believer that action speaks for itself. So if you're providing good service and good food, that's all you need to do. And you continue to do that thing consistently every single day, 365 days a year, and you're gonna have yourself a good business.
Oh, well, Mr. Bias, I am so excited for you. And I didn't even know Holly was involved in this. I think my favorite memory with you is figuring out that I went to high school with your sister and it didn't even click to me that I did. That was pretty funny. But that is so exciting.
About to have a baby too. I don't know if you know or not. She's got a girl on the way. Yeah.
A little girl. I saw the little video she posted. Oh, I'm so happy for her. Oh, and this new business venture, your family's just on a roll.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll have plenty of cravings. I'll have to swing by and drop off some stuff.
Well, it's a good thing that you have the hookup, huh? Right. You'll make it easy for her. Aw. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that anybody here who is interested in learning more about the food that Mr. Bias can provide to you, please reach out to him. He does have a Facebook page. I will put the link to it in the comments once we're done here. You can certainly reach out to me directly. I can get you in touch with him, or you can reach out to him directly. He's easily found on Facebook. Probably the easiest name ever, Jason Bias. Here, I'll put it on the screen one more time. I want to thank you again for taking the time. I know you're really busy. You have everything and anything going on in your life right now. So I really appreciate you taking the time to support my web show thingy and, you know, giving me the opportunity to, you know, get your name out there a little bit. Even if one person becomes interested, I'm hoping I'm adding to your success that you already seem to be having.
Sure. And I appreciate you for having me on too and asking me to be part of this. You know, anybody out there that loves the network or wants to network, please reach out to me. If we can do business together and work together and do something together, great. I'm all for it.
Great. Well, okay. I am out for the night. I thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Good weekend, everybody. Happy weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Hopefully your families, your kids, and everybody spoil you rotten because you deserve it. And with that, I will be signing out. Good night, everybody.
All right. See you, Tiffany.